Hey guys, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in again. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the woods. Another video, probably be a short video, but um, I'm in here. We finally have some rain forecasted. It's Saturday right now. They're forecasting like a 70% chance of rain this coming Wednesday. So this is a new plot, not really a plot, I guess you'd say. I came in here with the dozer. Knocked down a bunch of just old scrub trees, elms, sweet gums. Kind of try to get some sunlight in here. Never have done this here before, of course. This is one of my main hunting spots here. I've got a shooting house right up here on the ridge. I'm just gonna come in here. I'm gonna hand seed this. I've got my Hooyman hand spreader, and what I'm gonna put on this today is just a throw and grow. Says it does a 1/4 acre, made by Evolved. Also gonna put this Antler King honey hole in here. A bunch of rape, turnips, different things. Says this does a 1/2 acre, so I'm way over. You can see the area here. I'm way over on my seed here, but I'm just gonna spread this out. You can see I'm getting some filter sunlight in here now. We'll just see how this goes. My shooting house is up here on the ridge. You can see it right there. Little creek runs through here, so this should be I'm just anxious to see how this works out here. Just something new I'm trying, and we'll see how it goes. We got white oaks, red oaks all through here. So yeah, like I said, I'm just anxious to see how this works out. So anyway, I'm going to get my spreader on here, and I'm gonna get to spreading. So y'all stay with me, and we'll see how this works out. Like I said, this is on the back of our property. Really, I mean, I could get a tractor in here, my small tractor, but I'm gonna try this throw and grow seed and see how it works out. I'm sure y'all have seen it. It's got ryegrass. It also has rape. It's got some crimson clover in it. So we'll see how it goes. The ground's roughed up from the dozer work, so it ought to take root if we get some good rainfall, which like y'all seen in my other videos, you can see, man, it's ground's just powder right now. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I am going to I'm gonna get the spreader on and get started. All right, let's get the spreader full here. See what this seed, I never have used this seed before, this throw and grow, but I'm sure some of you guys have, and I see the clover and the rape in it. Looks like majority ryegrass, but we will I'm gonna try it out. And I have used this honey hole before, made by Antler King. I like a lot of their products. If y'all watched some of my other videos, I use those Antler King blocks a lot, and I don't know, it seems like they just make a pretty good product. So you can see that's all your turnips, rape. There's several different types of turnips in here. Purple top. They even have it's got some collards and 2 or 3 different types of rape. So this ought to be a pretty good mixture. I'm just gonna stir all this around. And I've got another bag of that throw and grow just in case I need it. Like I said, this does a 1/4 of an acre, and this honey hole is a 1/2 acre, and I'm probably not even a 1/4 acre here, so we ought to be good on that. I don't know if y'all have used this Hooyman spreader before. I use it a lot. You know, I do you know, landscaping, lawn care, and we use it a lot, putting out fertilizer, you know, in small yards and everything. And it's man, this thing works great. But you can see you just got this you know, this chest mount harness right here, and it just slides in right there, and then you lock it in right here on both sides, and that's it. You got your handle right here, you got your setting right here, you know, on how you're putting your seed out or your fertilizer, you know, your ratio, I guess you'd say. But yeah, this thing's definitely worth the money. I've got one too that is battery operated, by Hooyman, same brand. Looks identical, except you just got a little lever right here that you push down to activate it. So we use it a lot as well. But all right, let me get this camera off here, and then I'm gonna get to spreading and get on out of here. All right, y'all, I'm just gonna get this started here and figure out my spreader settings. There we go, that seems about right there. You can see this is kind of rough, you know. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it with a dozer, but all these old stumps and trees, they'll rot down, you know, over time. Yeah, look at all the deer tracks right here. I see some red oaks dropping, or no, actually that's white oaks. I see the holes right here. Heck yeah. And I wanted to try this mainly you know, late season, when all the acorns are done. These deer got a little something to come to, some kind of green forage for them to eat on. Y'all can see, man, this cedar, if y'all ain't never used one, guys, I recommend this thing. It's a nice little hand cedar compared to what else is out there on the market that I've run across. And like I said, we use this thing every day in my business, putting out fertilizer and lime and whatnot, you know, in people's yards. So it is it has definitely held up, because this thing is getting used every single day, all day long, some days, you know. So, and it's just smooth, easy to handle. And I like the fact that it's right here in front of you too, you know, on your chest, where it kind of takes the weight off of your hands. So they're a little pricey. you know, compared to the others I've used over the years, but you know, you get what you pay for. Seed seems to be spreading pretty good. It's majority of what I see from that throw and grow is ryegrass. I can see it. I don't know how good the video is going to be on this, but I can see it coming out, and it's majority ryegrass. When I opened the bag, I could tell. But and I can also, if I don't get a good stand out of it, I'd already thought about this. I can always come back and, you know, overseed it with some Marshall rye or something like that. So, like I said earlier, this is just me testing out some things, because I love getting in that shooting house late winter. You know, when like I said, we're in North Mississippi, and late winter, you know, 1st of July, I'm sorry, 1st of January, our rut is still going on, actually just probably starting then. And man, there's bucks cruising, looking for does all through these hills back through here. Just constant movement in here. So my thought was, acorns are gone by then, and if I can have a little something green in here for the deer to want to stop and eat on, as always, can't hurt anything, at least, you know. So. And I know in these woods, you know, the leaves are gonna fall, and heck, if I have to, I'll come back and come in here and take a backpack leaf blower and blow them out so it don't choke this seed out. The things we do for deer hunting. You see there's a bunch of deer tracks right there. There's definitely some acorns starting to fall in the woods. And I brought my binoculars with me today to check out some trees. So it's pretty obvious in here, these trees are starting to drop. Which our bow season, it's only a couple weeks away now. So this acorn drop is going to be perfect timing. Man, yeah, that's a lot of seed in those 2 little bags. You can see it's covering good. I think that's all of it. That is all she wrote right there. So you can see, I'm going to show you a little bit around again from this area. Shooting house right through there on a big ridge. I've got a trail I come in on the back, you know, to slip in that stand. Big bottom through here, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big ridges. So it's kind of a funnel right here. And like I said, man, late season, this spot is the ticket when you are trying to catch a buck, you know, slipping through here, cruising for does. All right, guys, I will cut the video off right here, and then I'm gonna jump in the side by side, and I'm gonna go check some other areas on the property with the binoculars, see if I can find some more white oaks or red oaks dropping acorns. Because like I said, bow season's a couple weeks away, and I need to know if I need to move some stands around or whatnot. All right, y'all, I've got a lock on right up here, and there's about 2, 3, 4, 6 big white oaks right here. 7, 8 right here off in this hollow, and I'm just checking them out and gonna see if see how many acorns are on them. Yeah, that one right there, it's got quite a few on it. That one does too. Yeah, these trees right here, y'all, are they've got a pretty good many acorns on them. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be nice right here in a couple weeks. They're not falling good yet. You know, I saw you know, when I was putting out that seed a while ago, I saw some white oak holes up there, but that's just a few falling early. Let's check these out back here. Now, I don't see any on those two back here. Let me grab this camera. I'm gonna turn around and show you what I'm looking at. So you can see 1, 2 back there, 3, 4, 5 right here. These have a good many on them, but these two back here, that one and that great big one right there, they don't have a lot on them. But that's okay. Like I said, lock-on's right up there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can. It's right in there. All right, I'm gonna move on and go check another spot. There's a white oak right there. I forgot I didn't check yet. That's a great big one. I'll check it before I leave. All right, guys. Hey, what's the acorn situation like in y'all's area? I was scared, and these may be what I'm thinking. You know, we had all that rain early late spring, early summer, and then we've just been in a drought for the past 2 to 3 months. And I was scared a lot of these acorns would be rotten when they fall, and or not produce. But they obviously produce, but like I said, they may be rotten when they fall. And I'm gonna walk out in here and see if I can't find something laying on the ground before I leave here. Because you know how man, how it can be when the weather changes. You know, we have all that rain, and then bam, you know, it turns into a drought. See, I don't even see many. I don't see any actually on the ground right in here yet. I should have checked those when I saw those holes on the ground when I was putting that seed out earlier. See, there's a hole right there. You can see, but no acorns. Anyway, I'm gonna move on out of here and go check another spot or two, and see. Y'all, I love this more. I about love doing this more than hunting sometimes. I just I don't know, if I'm out of the house, out in the woods, I'm happy, and it's just fun, you know, doing the food plots and, you know, finding different things, scouting out stuff. All right, y'all stay with me. I'm gonna move on out and see if see what another spot or two look like. All right, y'all, look at this. I pulled in this other spot. Little flat runs down through. Pin oak's already fallen, and I think, well, it's not all the way quite rotten. You can see them right here on the ground. Yep, another one there. Man, yeah, which they fall a little early. There's a white oak over here. Big old white oak that always usually, yep, more pin oaks right here. Yeah, these pin oaks are falling good already. Deer being here on them. This big white oak right there. It's usually a pretty good producer. There's another pin oak. No, that's a white oak. Didn't completely fill out. I see good many holes on the ground. It may be dropping pretty good. Yeah, there's one right there. Small though, look at it. It's rotten too. Look at that. Man. I hope I'm wrong about that. You can see it's a big old white oak. Same way here. I usually just on that little knoll right out there, put a ground blind and hunt this when this tree's dropping good. There's another one right over here. This may be one of those years. Hey, it was kind of like that last year. Not every white oak or red oak had acorns on them, and they were just you know, certain ones. And man, you talking about you can pattern some deer easy then when the food's not widespread. Y'all know, man, it makes it so much easier to pattern everything. I'm gonna check some of these out if I can. It's kind of hard in here, it's so thick. I'll get out and see if I can look at them with my binoculars. You can see it's a great big old white oak right there too. All right, let me check these out. I'm gonna turn this camera off. Let me check this out with my binoculars, and I'll be back with you. All right, y'all, I checked those white oaks. They're not a whole lot. There's a few acorns on them, but look, I have man, I'm gonna turn the camera around. These red oaks right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 3 right over here are absolutely loaded. These 3 over here, I could see some on them, but man, these 3 right here, guys, they are stacked with acorns right now. And I hadn't even made it over to see if there are any falling yet. I don't see any. Yeah, there's some right there. You can see they're already starting to fall. And yeah, that is a good sign. I will take that. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here before I lay too much sand in here. and I'll come back in here, either hang me a lock on in here, or get back up on that knoll right in there with a ground blind if I need to, something quick. But like I said, we've still got a couple weeks. It's early. Bit of move around. All right, I'm gonna walk back out to the side and then go check out another spot real quick. All right, guys, this is the last spot I'm gonna check today. And you know, this property that I'm on, I'm 43 years old, and I have, you know, this is my family property, so I've been on this property my entire life, so I know it like the back of my hand. You know, like this white oak tree right here, I know when it's dropping acorns, you know, it's a great spot to hunt. You got 3 or 4 right down here on the edge of this hollow. I mean, on the edge of this ridge going off in the hollow when they're dropping. You know, this whole ridge right here just covered in deer during archery season. So anyway, I'm gonna check this one right here with the camera. I mean, with the binoculars, and then that one right there as well. Good Lord, y'all, this thing. I knew this one. I mean, it's gosh, it's loaded. Wow. This thing is absolutely loaded with white oak acorns. I mean, it's loaded. Let me check this one right here behind me. Or behind the camera, I mean. That one don't have as many. It's got acorns on it, but not as many as this one right here. Good Lord. Let me get this camera. I'm gonna turn it around for you guys, and you can see. And I've just pulled my side by side down here on this ridge, but this thing is loaded with acorns. Let's see if there's any that have hit the ground yet. I see there's a hole right there. Oh yeah, look, you can see the deer sign in here. Got the leaves right back. A lot of holes. There's a hole. Okay, man, yeah. This is great right here. Yep, there's some more holes. Yep, there's a fresh white oak, small, but it's fresh. Alright. Good deal, guys. And like I said, there's another one right there, one right there, some post oaks. Alright, I will be hunting this spot for sure this year. And what it is a big ridge. You can see I just pulled down side by side. Big ridge runs down, goes all the way out, and this ridge ends up going dropping off in our bottom down there where our some of our food plots are. You can see this one, man. It's by itself, and this is my theory on it. You take it how you want it, but it's by itself. It's getting sunlight, you know, taller than the other trees around it. It's on this ridge. This thing right here is a white oak. I can see them with my naked eye right there. It is a acorn producing machine. Now, whether they're all good acorns, we'll find that out later on. But man, it's a producer. So there's a hole. There's a white oak right there. All right, guys. I am going to get out of here and call it a day, and I'll figure up a setup here. I've got a ladder stand right out there. But I'll be honest with you, the older I get, I like hunting on the ground more. I may come right in here and just pop me up a a ground blind right here, and I've got this old logging road down through here that I can have a lane to shoot, get off, you know, get back off of it, because I'm gonna be hunting with a crossbow the majority of the time this archery season. So we'll figure that out. I've got some time. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, guys. I hope I didn't bore you to death on this video. Once again, this week picked up more subscribers. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. More content coming hopefully tonight. Me and old Rambler's gonna get in the woods and tree a couple of coons. So y'all look for that video if I don't put it on first. But anyway, like I said, thank you for subscribing to the channel, and like I appreciate the support, guys. As always, may God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next video.